Good. The next station is there. Right. These two represent.
Slow down before the curve?
Yeah.
Should a bit.
Alright.
So make it delay.
The yellow one is yours. Right? The red one is the permitted speed. Alright. So currently you can go up to 65, but you are going 35. Alright. And then we also can put some intrusions in front of the train. We can change the mode into night, day. Right, so you can see the KLCC over there. Right, so you can change it to light, rainy.
I have to stop, I guess.
Yes.
Not to disappoint the passengers.
So, right, slowly, and then nearing to, alright, and then brakes, just nice.
Too far.
Okay, it's okay, just nice. Because if you look at that, right, then if you put some intrusions in front, okay, go. You can, yes, consider, you can see, there's a person.
I should
In the rail line.
Yes, so
Yeah.
stop immediately.
Yes, normally there's a teacher sit behind this speaker that will play, right? He play the instruction whether there's a person, a box or lock inside here. Right, so we move to another place.
Shall I continue?
Then you need to either emergency brake, you just pull it up until that is emergency brake. Alright, then you can clear. Alright.
Sorry for the slow pace.
It's okay, it's okay.
I'm patient to reach the next station.
Alright.
I'm still
you
learning.
you just can push it. Yes, push it through, no problem. Because your
This is maximum.
your allowable speed is here. So now we have arrived in Sogo. Yeah.
Very nice ride.
Just nice. Just nice.
Don't be surprised if you one day you see you're a driver. Nice experience.
Yeah. So the simulator actually linked with
how was the
five panels
experience?
over here.
Excellent.
So when
You feel like
someone
you're traveling
see-
a
Yeah,
see here,
Ambassador, when you retire, you have already another job.
I think even before. Don't have to wait.
Normally here, the students they will do some ergonomics research because we have coach over here, and the students can learn or they can do some research on the body management. Okay, how the passenger sits, how many passengers can be fitted in.
Okay.
Kanan kita.
Make sure that the students understand. Real job is not an easy job. It is a job where you will sit at the sun. You need to feel, right? A little bit of hardship. We have the same time for the sun, right? And what is the air conditioning? But it's better for the students to feel how the plant balance.
Rock.
Make sure that the sleepers
kayo.
Traditional, but we have to start from the basic.
Ito sa ako yun.
Thank you to our industry. They help us to share.
Is to ensure safe standing condition for passenger, reduce injury risk, and the most important thing is improve the comfort for our passenger. So,
For passengers.
so
For passengers. Stand up for a long time. Stand up for a long time.
Interesting.
So they use all the senses.
apa bu? Pakai mic.
And basically, I'm going to go with.
So what you are doing this?
This is the only skeleton of this business. However, we need to bring where the AI comes in. When AI comes in, it's able to detect any type of defect as we overlap. So this is perhaps our first step in doing research. We have undergone, but this is the biggest chunk of it. So by having this, we are able to deploy on the track. We can assist our friends and operators to assess their condition. This is for the condition monitoring. We can help them do that. This we already mentioned, and then we already working on the improvement to add more sensors to detect different types of defect for the tunnel, for example, secondary
That's really impressive from controlling just moving.
and then you can see the detection also this image, and also we have a sensor which is basically this is supposed to attach to the cabin. However, for you can buy a car here. So then that is the position. Hopefully we able to get more funding so that we can enhance further this feature of this vehicle, and
So the funding must come from the ministry.
hopefully, before this we got from Islamic Development Bank based in Riyadh. So this is an international and this is the Islamic Development Bank. We get that. Perhaps we try for the Erasmus. We have tried for this. It's not very new yet, but perhaps and we
Let us welcome our guest of honor, yang berbahagia, Dato' Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman, President of Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation, accompanied by other distinguished guests. Members of the floor, please rise. Kami remain standing for the singing of Negaraku, Amanah Rakyat and Nakoda Kemajuan.
kejayaan mara, nahoda kemajuan siswa siswi lahir inovasi berdikari. Universiti Kuala Lumpur saking MITEC kita nahoda kemajuan teknologi di lautan, di daratan, dan di langit.
You may now be seated. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Salam Malaysia Madani. Yang berbahagia, Datuk Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman, President of Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation. His Excellency Krzysztof Dobrovolsky, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Poland to Malaysia. Yang berbahagia, Profesor Insinyur Dr. Azman bin Senin, President Chief Executive Officer of University Kuala Lumpur. Yang berbahagia, Profesor Dr. Kushairi Abdul Kadir, Deputy President Academic and Technology of University Kuala Lumpur. Yang berbahagia, Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Zaid bin Abu Yazid, Dean of University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia Italy Design Institute. Distinguished guests, honorable speakers, sponsors, industry partners, and participants of the 4th International Railway Forum 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the officiating ceremony of 4th International Railway Forum 2025, Vision Forward 2030, leveraging AI to advance railway connectivity and new energy transformation.
Lumpur, Malaysia Italy Design Institute and Asia Rail Centre. Your presence here, Rail Industry Corporation to University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia Italy Design Institute. We are truly grateful for your willingness to spend your valuable time with us today and to share your extensive knowledge and experience in the railway industry. I would like also to express our deepest appreciation to His Excellency Krzysztof Dobrovolsky, Ambassador of Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Poland to Malaysia. We are deeply honored by your distinguished presence, which add immense prestige and grandeur to this ceremony. Furthermore, allow me to thank each of our forum speakers for taking part in this event. I hope everybody is looking forward to the discussion as much we will do together. Yang berbahagia Datuk, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the team Vision Forward 2030, leveraging AI to advance railway connectivity and new energy transformation is timely and deeply meaningful. It captures the accent of where the global railway industry is heading and, more importantly, where Malaysia must position itself in the next decade. It is not just aspirational, it is peak across the globe. The railway industry is undergoing a profound transformation in the way systems are designed, operated, and maintained. The AI, artificial intelligence, and emerging energy technologies have rapidly evolved from experimental concepts into critical enablers of safer, more sustainable, and highly efficient mobility solutions. Here at UniKL, we believe that AI is not merely a technological tool, but a strategic driver that shapes the future of intelligent mobility. Through the integration of data intelligence, predictive analysis, automation, and digital twin technologies, AI will enable us to anticipate the failure before they occur, enhance safety at every operational level, optimize system performance and energy consumption, and also improving the passenger experience in the real time. Concurrently, breakthrough in hydrogen propulsion, advanced battery system, regenerative technologies, and green energy storage are redefining the global conversation on sustainable transport. These innovations are not just a vision for the future, they represent the new benchmark for the modern rail mobility. Yang berbahagia Datuk, ladies and gentlemen, UniKL is committed to advancing this frontier through research, industry collaboration, and talent developments. We stand ready to contribute meaningfully to Malaysian transformation toward an intelligent, decarbonized, and future-ready ecosystem. This forum reminds us that advancing the railway industry requires a collective effort. Not only the institution, not only UniKL can progress alone. We partner on industry partnership to keep our initiative relevant. Government agencies for policy direction, and international universities for global insight and innovation. Most importantly, we count on our students and our young engineers to bring fresh ideas and the courage to explore new solutions. As a leading Tibet university, UniKL contribute through specialized program, industry-driven research, strong industry linkages, and a growing talent pipeline that support national rail development. Before I end my speech, once again, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our highest appreciation to Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman, President, Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation, for kindly setting aside some of your busy schedule for being with us today. I also would like to thank people who have hard work in organizing this forum, who have involved directly and indirectly. We pray for Allah blessing that this event will run smoothly and that the outcomes will benefit all of us. Thank you for your unlimited and unconditional support given to this event. I also would like to thank to all the sponsors who are sponsoring these students. This is the fourth railway forum we organized since 2018. I think we just missed one forum during the COVID. So to all our partners, as I saw on the screen, so thank you again. So this is very meaningful, not only to University Kuala Lumpur, but more importantly, the young talents that will be in our system, and inshallah, they will be serving the railway industry for the long progress of the rail industry, either in Malaysia or regional. So with that, so thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Professor Insinyur Dr. Azman, for the welcoming speech. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for us to invite Yang Berbahagia Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman, President of Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation, to deliver his officiating speech and keynote address. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. How are you, everybody? All right? Okay. Everybody's comfortable? Yes? Okay. Firstly, thank you for being here. I think it's very important that we support this kind of event, which allow us to meet each other and share some of our insights and have some conversation. But please let me recognize a few people here, especially my partner in crime, Yang berbahagia Prof. Insignio Dr. Azman bin Sneid, President Chief Executive Officer, University Kuala Lumpur, which I can never say no to his invitation. So we hope we will continue this very, very good relationship. And to welcome His Excellency Krzysztof Dobrowolski, I hope I pronounced that correctly, sir, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Poland to Malaysia. And I heard you have a lot of programs already done with UniKL. So welcome, sir, to this event. Yang Bahagia Professor Dr. Kushairi Abdul Kadir, Deputy President Academic and Technology, University Kuala Lumpur. Yang Bahagia Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Zaid bin Abu Yazid, Dean University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Italy Design Institute. I also saw many of my real MIIT colleagues, especially my council members, which I may not want to announce their name one by one because I might miss somebody, but the council members of MIIT too is giving a lot of support to this event, and they represent many of the companies or the excellent companies in rail in Malaysia. I saw some of the sponsors are also MIIT members. So, Prof, you will always have our support, not just me, but also the excellent companies who are in the railway industry. And I'm sure there are some students who are also attending, so welcome. And I hope you'll make rail as your career in your future. Right. For the benefit of those who are not familiar with what is the Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation, its acronym is MIIT. It is actually a trade association. Before it, companies tend to operate individually, without much coordination or synergy. So sometime in 2017, we decided that maybe it's a good idea to bring everybody under one umbrella so that we could actually improve communication, understanding, coordination, collaboration, partnership in whatever sense it can be. So initially there was about 26 companies as a members of MIIT. Today we have about 72 companies under the umbrella MIIT, and that constitute almost 100% of the Malaysia rail industry ecosystem. I think that's great, isn't it? So basically, what we can do with universities or with government is to actually present a united voice on behalf of the industry. So you don't have to try to meet everybody. Maybe you do not know everybody, but through MIIT, you can meet everybody at one go. And not to forget, tonight we have our MIIT annual dinner for everybody to come together and again, have conversation and sharing and etc. Now, even though the acronym starts with the word Malaysia, our ambition is in Malaysia as well as outside Malaysia. Beginning last year, we participate in programs like the InnoTrans 2024 in Berlin, is to showcase Malaysian local capabilities to the world. I think that is very important because if rail is a volume game, it's not just enough to serve the Malaysian market, but to serve the regional as well as the global market. And that was the first time last year that we have the Malaysian Pavilion. And I was going to chide the Deputy Minister, if he was here, that we would have hoped for more government representation during the InnoTrans. And I was assured that in 2026, InnoTrans in Berlin, we have a bigger pavilion for Malaysian rail companies, and we hope that the government will be sending their top people to help us to introduce ourselves to the world. But this year again, we travel a lot in terms of visits, in terms of events in the region, in the ASEAN region. I see some faces which I saw in Jakarta, in Bangkok, in Ho Chi Minh, in Manila, in Singapore, and the rest. Why do we need to do that? So again, MITEC is feeling that the rail industry, the rail projects are mostly in the Southeast Asian region. Indonesia, Thailand is developing so many rail projects that they may not be able to do it themselves. And recently, countries like Thailand, Vietnam has announced that they would like to build a local capability around all their projects. So there is every opportunity for Malaysian companies now to work together with their Vietnamese, with their Thai counterparts to help develop the local capabilities as what we have done for the last 30, 40 years. So basically, if you look at the ASEAN region, Malaysia seems to be more advanced in terms of developing the local capability and competency in the ASEAN region. So we need to keep ourselves ahead. So the title for this conference is very timely, and the title of my speech, Emerging Research Trends and MITEC's Role in Technology Adoption, is very, very key. Because if we want to be more independent, if we want to be more involved in many of the local projects or regional projects, we have to have our own indigenous products and services. We need to have our own capabilities, high level of capabilities that meets the standard and quality of the international arena. We need to have people who are skilled enough to actually deliver many of these projects, in terms of the quality and the standards that we want. We need the infrastructure to actually have this. So basically, MITEC looks at these trends. You need to make it able by looking at several points. One, which I like to direct to the ministry, for example, is financial. We need to have more money channeled through the rail community to enable them to do more research. And we are lucky this year, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation actually identify rail as a priority sector for research under MOSTI and has channeled $500,000 to MITEC to undertake a research involving putting sensors on the tracks for KTMB trains. So these are going to generate a lot of data and a lot of understanding of how the train operates and etc. for you to do predictive maintenance and etc. So this is very important. I mean, the digitalization of the rail industry has to happen. And then, of course, we look at smart infrastructure. And our member, for one, Sarawak Metro, is actually leading that program in Kuching to look at how cities, smaller cities, can actually adopt a very good rail-based system in order to move the people effectively. So again, using technology, which are now very, very much in demand, the hydrogen-based power, and looking at all the other technologies that comes with it in terms of materials and etc. is very, very key. And this is where I think the university and industry need to look at a niche area for Malaysia that is developing a very customizable, very scalable systems for the second-tier cities. And with that experience and knowledge that we have gathered all the years, and especially through the ART system in Kuching, we can do it. So if students are wondering, what can I do in the rail industry, there's so much to do. There's so much of this system that will be needed to actually move people in smaller areas, in more sensitive areas, in more climate affected areas. It must have a different solutions altogether. So we need to look at this. And of course, artificial intelligence in helping us to look at how we do maintenance, how we do our procurement, and etc. is very much the hype. And of course, looking at automation as one of the key programs here. But Malaysia, again, with our sensitivity towards the environment, making things green, I think this is something that we should also have to offer to the world in terms of our products and our services, which are more sustainable and more green in every sense. And also look at some of our natural resources for new materials, new products. So I saw in BMW once in their plant, they actually use knaf for their interior. So we've been talking about knaf, right, as a replacement for our tobacco plants. So we need to think about how we can look at more natural resources, materials to do that. So you look what are the emerging trends. These are some of the areas that we are looking at. So please, students, have an open mind. Don't just look at the train as a train, but look at it as a future mobility platform which may look totally different in the next 5 or 10 years. Sometimes parents think that rail industry is not that sexy. I said aviation is more sexy. Just look at the airplane. It has not changed the last 30 or 40 years. Every passenger plane or freight plane looks the same. And except for the Concorde, of course, but we know what happened to the Concorde, right? But look at the high-speed train everywhere, China, Japan, Korea. Look at the design. Every time when I look at the train moving, it's so fascinating. So students, maybe you need to change your parents' mind and tell them that rail is more sexier than aviation and even shipping in that sense. So we have to garner this support, because in order for us to realize our aspirations to become the leading regional hub for train, we need more people. And interestingly, other people need also more skilled people like Japan, but there's no supply. So Japan is looking at ASEAN countries to supply them with the future skilled people to work in their rail industry, because they are aging population over there. So if you look closely at the whole rail ecosystem, you will see that kind of opportunities coming up, whether as individual, whether as companies, whether as universities, whether as a nation. We need to understand those opportunities. And I think in October, we went to the World Expo as it was closing time for the World Expo in Osaka, and met with some of the Japanese companies. And we talked about some of the mutual exchange that we can have in market accessibility, not only in ASEAN, but also in Middle East and etc. But again, they'll be asking you what kind of products and services can you offer for this partnership. We understand too that with a good proposal, we can get a lot of funding from the likes of JICA, ASEAN Development Bank, and etc. But the companies are also telling the government that they too can be a source of fund. So if you have any leasing activities for the country and etc., they too would like to offer funding and also their products for the newer systems. So when you look at the whole ecosystem of funding, and next come infrastructure, which we are now actually promoting Selangor State to develop the rail industry hub somewhere in the heart of Selangor. And last month, the Chief Minister of Selangor announced the creation of this rail industry hub. And we are very grateful because we need a place, we need a home to do innovation, to do technology development, to do coordination, creation, and etc. in one particular area of interest. So thank you to Selangor State for giving us these opportunities. But something came also by, accident. We went there to Rasa and we found a gem in the railway industry in the form of SIRIM, Advanced Manufacturing Center. They were doing a lot of innovation in rail already. They're solving problems for KTMB, for SMH Rail, and they are there quietly. And we are somehow, fell out of our radar. So we need to bring this kind of organization, whether it's SIRIM, whether it's TDA, whether it's MRDC, whether it's all into the whole works and do it together to promote the railway industry development. So I hope UniKL will consider developing that area also as part of your training and education programs. And one of the company that is sponsoring you, MITEC, is one of the target to bring simulation, to bring digitalization into that area. And then of course, policy. Policy is very, very important because when one government announces policy, you can see the reaction of industry, whether it's going to be positive, whether it's going to be negative. So that's why we need to have a lot of interaction. And last month too, MIIT signed up with the Railway Asset Corporation to actually look at the co-development of the industry with the strong input and participation of the industry. So don't announce any policy first, because these policies are for the industry. So let's talk first and then see what will be making sense and what will actually give the overall good to every part of the ecosystem in the country. And of course, I've mentioned skill. You need a lot of talents. We hope it will be coming from UniKL. We know you are good talents. Stay the course and help us develop the railway industry. It's going to be all rail in the future, Minister has announced less road, more rail. Already made that conclusion that rail will be providing the best solutions for moving freight or passenger or whatever we need to move in the future, and it will be very environmental friendly, be less costly, and the rest. And finally, the technology. So this is where we hope that university will continue with the ideation. We continue to have young, fresh ideas coming up from here to change the landscape of the railway industry. Just look at China. The way they are changing things is making them a leader in many areas. It's not impossible for Malaysia. Just remember where China was 15 or 20 years ago, and look at where they are now. We have been doing this for a longer time. We could do different things, but make us a leader in some of the niche areas. And of course, lastly, is the governance of all these elements have to be with people like you and me, because it's our understanding, it's our, interest to work together in terms of developing the nation's railway industry development is very, very key. So please, be that person, be that open person, be that interesting, be that creative, be that hungry person that we want to have to make our railway industry a very, very prosperous industry in the future. So let's work together, but in a more productive, more closer ways. And to finish my speech, I would like to declare the 4th International Railway Forum 2025 with the key theme of Vision Forward 2030 open. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you Yang Berbahagia Dato' Dr. Muhammad Yusof for the officiating speech and keynote address. Yang Berbahagia Dato', Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the moment that we are all awaited for, which is the exchange of letter of intent between University Kuala Lumpur and industrial partners. This letter of intent formalizes the collaborative commitment between University Kuala Lumpur and our industrial partners to strengthen cooperation in key areas such as technical training, research and innovation, industry attachment, talent development, and shared expertise. It serves as a strategic framework to support joint programs, capability enhancement, and opportunities that will benefit students, industry professionals, and Malaysia's growing high technology ecosystem, with a particular emphasis on AI-driven solutions, new energy transformation, and railway connectivity innovation. With that, we would like to invite our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia, Dato' Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman, President of Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation, His Excellency Krzysztof Dobrowolski, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Poland to Malaysia, and Yang Berbahagia, Professor Insinyur Dr. Azman bin Senin, President Chief Executive Officer of University Kuala Lumpur, to the front for the next agenda. We shall now begin the LOI exchange between University Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation. With that, I would like to invite Yang Berbahagia, Professor Insinyur Dr. Azman bin Senin, President Chief Executive Officer of University Kuala Lumpur, and Yang Berbahagia, Dato' Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman, President of Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation, for the exchange of the document. Witnessed by His Excellency Krzysztof Dobrowolski, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Poland to Malaysia. Thank you. Next is the exchange of LOI between University Kuala Lumpur and Daya Maju Infrastructure Asia Sendirian Berhad. Representing Daya Maju Infrastructure Asia Sendirian Berhad, please welcome Mr. Hanif bin Ghazali, Vice President of Strategic Communications and Stakeholder Relations of Daya Maju Infrastructure Asia Sendirian Berhad. Thank you. Moving on is the exchange of LOI between University Kuala Lumpur and ERA Maintenance Support Sendirian Berhad. With that, I would like to invite Mr. Noel Devon, Head of Department System of ERA Maintenance and Support Sendirian Berhad, for the exchange of document. Thank you. Moving on is the exchange of LOI between University Kuala Lumpur and RA Integration Link Sendirian Berhad. Representing RA Integration Link Sendirian Berhad, please welcome Mr. Asdarizam Alias, Chief Executive Officer of RA Integration Link Sendirian Berhad. Thank you. Last but not least is the exchange of LOI between University Kuala Lumpur and Rail Asia as our media partner. Representing Rail Asia, please welcome Mr. Rafiuddin bin Rizwan, Chief Executive Officer of Rail Asia. Thank you. As a token of appreciation, I would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Profesor Insinyur Dr. Azman bin Senin to present a souvenir to His Excellency Krzysztof Dobrovolsky. Please welcome. Next to our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia Dato' Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman. Please welcome. To commemorate this exchange ceremony, I would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Dr. Muhammad Yusof, Your Excellency, and distinguished guests for a photo opportunity with all partners. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed a history being made right here in our very own University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia Italy Design Institute, the exchange of letter of intent between University Kuala Lumpur and industry partners. Congratulations to University Kuala Lumpur and all parties. We look forward to greater cooperation and collaboration that will bring invaluable benefits to everyone. We have now come to the end of the ceremony. Once again, we would like to express our highest gratitude to Yang Berbahagia, Dr. Muhammad Yusof bin Sulaiman, President of Malaysia Rail Industry Corporation, His Excellency Krzysztof Dobrovolsky, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Poland to Malaysia, and all distinguished guests for sparing us your precious time. Before end, I would like to invite all present for a refreshment served at Exam Hall Level 3. To all participants, please be informed that the forum session will begin at 12 noon. Till then, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.